Howdy doody. 50 fascinating facts about the USA that you never knew. You in that camera. I definitely don't know them because I don't really know much. Good evening. Hello. Welcome to the show. Hope you guys are doing great today. Let's go.
Number 1, the state of Alaska is big. As a matter of fact, it is so large that it can hold the entire state of Texas inside it twice. Number 2.
Wait, what? Texas is fucking massive. Surely that's not correct. Is it?
Pennsylvania called intercourse. Number 3.
Hold on a minute. What the who's having intercourse? What?
Large that it can hold the entire state of Texas inside it twice. Number 2, there's a town in Pennsylvania called Intercourse.
I wonder what goes on in there.
The world's largest frying pan is in Rose Hill, North Carolina, and they actually use it to cook with occasionally. It's not just some fiberglass frying pan they put up for decorations. Number 4, the first American flag was sewn by Betsy Ross, who was only paid $1.25 for her work. And even by today's standards, it wasn't much. In today's money, she got paid $34.
$34 for hand stitching or knitting this entire... There's no way.
Number 5, Wyoming was the first state to give women the right to vote. It was in 1869.
Wyoming.
6, there's a town in Arizona called Nothing. Number 7, the tallest mountain in the United States is Denali. It's actually the highest...
Please tell me there is something in... No, don't tell me, like, is this one of these things where it's like, oh, what's that town? Oh, it's called Nothing. What's in it? Nothing. Oh, but surely not.
Nothing. Number 7, the tallest mountain in the United States is Denali. It's actually the highest mountain peak in North America with a summit elevation of 20,310 feet above sea level. If you look at base to peak, because it's the land that it's on is above sea level, it's about 18,000 feet. Number 8, there's a giant ball of twine in Cocker City, Kansas.
I'm sorry, what city? Cocker?
Number 8, there's a giant ball of twine in Cocker City, Kansas. It weighs over 17,000 pounds. Like most of you, my first thought was, why? Number 9, the United States is the only country to have landed humans on the moon.
Did we though?
Number 10, the state of Montana has 3 times as many cows as it does people. Number 11, the shortest river in the world is the Roe River in Montana. It's only 201 feet long. Number 12, the Statue of Liberty was a gift from France that arrived in New York City in 1885.
How did it get there?
Here's the strange thing. It showed up in the United States in 214 crates.
Well, there you go.
Putting it together was going to cost a lot of money New York City didn't have. There was at least 5 other major cities that wanted it that had the money to put it up. New York City was about to lose it.
How do you not have the money?
In crates on Bedloe Island. Giant newspaper man Joseph Pulitzer started a funds-raising campaign that got the money to put Lady Liberty up to where she is to this day. In 1956, Congress renamed Bedloe Island to Liberty Island. 13, there's a town in Nebraska called Monowai, and it only has 1 person. Yes, it's a real town. It's incorporated. Number 14, the United States has the largest number of billionaires in the world. Number 15, the highest temperature ever recorded in the United States was 134 degrees Fahrenheit. That's in California's Death Valley, and it was in 1913. Number 16, the longest suspension bridge in the United States is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge in New York City, which spans over 13,000 feet. It connects Brooklyn with Staten Island. I was going to do one of my little things.
Wait a minute. Alexa, what is 134 Fahrenheit into Celsius?
134 degrees Fahrenheit is about 56.67 degrees Celsius.
Oh my God, that's literally death.
Long answer, like I was going to say it connects Staten Island to Queens, but New Yorkers lose it if you make that mistake. Even if I say I'm kidding afterwards, they still won't recover. 17, the United States has the largest prison population in the world. 18, the first McDonald's restaurant was opened in San Bernardino, California in 1940. It was just a single place. It wasn't until 1955 when businessman Ray Kroc got involved and started it on the path to
That's
what
about
it is today.
The movie's about that, isn't it?
19, the state of Maine has the largest toothpick manufacturing plant in the world. Like sleep tonight. Number 20, the world's largest diamond was found in a South African mine and was later cut and polished in New York City. 21, the United States has the largest economy in the world. 22. The first successful powered airplane flight was made by the Wright brothers in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina in 1903. The strange thing is, it wasn't at Kitty Hawk. It was south of Kitty Hawk at a place called Kill Devil Hills. And the other strange thing, most people think it was just a glider. No, it had a motor. 23.
What?
The largest ball of paint in the world is in Alexandria, Indiana.
This is
You know
awesome.
why? Because that's where it should be. 24. The Grand
right.
Canyon was formed over millions of years by the Colorado
Look
River.
at that.
Yes, millions of years. 25. The first
Wait a
public
minute.
library in the United States
Wait
was
a minute. If this is all formed by water, does that mean all this used to be underwater? Is that right? That's crazy to think about that. Like, what's this going to look like in a million years? You know what I mean? You never know.
25. The first public library in the United States was opened in Boston in 1854. 26.
we'll be dead.
The first successful heart transplant was performed in the United States in 1967. I didn't know it was that far back. I thought for sure it was going to
What?
be in the 1980s. 27. The state of California has more residents than the entire country of Canada. They have more maple syrup, though, than California. 28.
There's
a town
no
in
way
Iowa
that's
called-
true. There's no way.
Than California. 28. Country of Canada in 80s. 27. The state of California has more residents than the entire country of Canada.
Alexa, what's the population of Canada?
In 2024, the population of Canada was 39.1 million people.
39 million. Alexa, what's the population of California?
According to the 2020 US Census, the population of California is 39.5 million people, which is a 6.1% increase over the 2010 US Census.
I just don't understand where they're all fitting. Hell, you's all sitting up.
28. There's a town in Iowa called What Cheer. And it's a fitting name because this place, there's no cheer going on here. Nothing but boarded up buildings. 29. The United States consumes more chocolate per capita than any other country.
Nice.
30. The highest waterfall in the United States is Yosemite Falls in California. It drops 2,400 feet.
Jesus
31.
Christ.
The longest escalator in the Western Hemisphere is in the Wheaton Metro Station in Maryland.
Uh-huh.
Number 32, the United States is home to more serial killers than any other nation. Like, way more.
Great.
I don't know if it's something in our water or what's
Great.
going on, but we always seem to have a new serial killer every couple years. I mean, we have some that are working all the time, working. That sounds great. But
Working?
yeah, it just always seems like every handful of years, we get some new serial killer that's been at it for like 10 years. 33, the first U.S. capital was New York City. 34, the United States has the world's largest military budget. It's over $800 billion right now.
800
Next in line
billion.
is China, and they estimate theirs is about $250 billion. And India's after them, and they have less than $100 billion. 35,
It's crazy.
there's a town in Oregon called Boring. 36, the United States has more tornadoes than any country in the world every single year.
Look at that.
37. The highest capital city in the United States is Santa Fe, New Mexico, at an elevation of 7,198 feet.
That must be so warm
38.
there, no?
The world's largest snowflake on record fell in Montana in 1887. It measured 15 inches wide and 8 inches thick.
How the
At
hell,
some
Liam?
point, doesn't it stop being a snowflake and becomes a really nice
That's like
looking
that by
chunk
like
of ice
that?
that fell from the sky? 39.
How the fuck do you
United
even see
States has
that?
the most airports. 40. The first drive-in movie theater in the world opened in New Jersey in 1933.
Nice.
41. The first person to receive a Social Security check was Ida Mae Fuller, who received $22.54
That must have
on
been a
January
lot back then, though.
31st, 1940. 42. The
Alexa, in 1940, how much was $22 in today's money?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
No worries.
first ever televised presidential debate was between John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon in 1960. 43. The U.S. rail network is comprised of nearly 140,000 miles of track and over 100,000 bridges. 44. Paul Geidel Jr. He served the longest prison sentence of any inmate in the United States.
Jesus.
68 years, 257 days.
Well,
now, there's another guy
fuck
that
him.
spent more time
probably
in
deserved
prison,
it.
but he had been out on parole for a few years, so Geidel spent his time continuously, even refusing to leave at one point. Yeah, they gave him parole and he refused to leave. He stayed an additional 6 years, then finally left to a nursing home. 45. The first automobile accident in the United States occurred in New York City in 1891. 46. The Louisiana Purchase, in which the U.S. bought vast amounts of land from France, costs only 3 cents an acre. 47. Yuma, Arizona's high school team is called the Criminals. The school was established in 1909. Yuma High's mascot came in when the original school building was destroyed by fire in 1910. The school then used the Yuma Territorial Prison, which had been closed for the next 3 years.
Okay.
Classes were actually held in the cell blocks, and assemblies took place in the prison hospital.
There's
Because
no
of this,
way.
And the fact that a Phoenix newspaper one time called them a bunch of criminals because they thought they cheated in a football game, the name stuck. 48.
That's pretty good.
The U.S. has the highest rate of opioid addiction in the world. 49. In 1893, there were only 2 cars in the state of Kentucky. They had a head-on collision. And number 50. The United States has the highest rate of teenage pregnancy among...
You could drive anywhere in the entire state of Kentucky. Alexa, how many square miles is the state of Kentucky?
Kentucky has a total land area of 40,408 square miles, ranking it 37th out of the 50 U.S. states.
40,000 square
Additionally,
miles.
there are 102,269 square miles of water surface within its boundaries.
Okay, man. Brilliant. And the 2 people that had 2 cars crashed into each other. Humans.
had a head-on collision. And number 50. The United States has the highest rate of teenage pregnancy among developed countries. I brought that up in a video a few years back, and some guy argued it was because of bikinis. Yes, teenagers' swimwear is getting them pregnant.
What the
All right,
fuck
that's
is
today's
wrong
video.
with
Hope you
people,
guys enjoyed
man?
it.
Well, I think the Kentucky one has just it's sent me to the fair, man. That's literally insane. The entire state of Kentucky to drive around with 2 cars and they crash into each other. Can I just say that's genuinely something that I would do? 100%. Either way, guys, we're at the end. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Did you learn something new today? Did you know any of them? Because I fucking didn't. Thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate your time. Please like, sub if you haven't yet. Have yourself a good day. Peace.